This is the story of Dr. Mark Stevens. Dr. Stevens started here at Southern Poly 25 years ago in 1989, and unfortunately this is his last semester to teach at SPSU. He has a way of making subjects like grammar fun and engaging. This is his first staff picture. Check out those glasses. While interviewing Dr. Stevens, I learned he had a great love for classical music.
I've always really liked music a lot, classical music. I kind of got into it. Well, my dad used to listen to it, and then I really got into it in college. I started to really pay attention. I took a couple of music appreciation courses and really loved. So I really got into music, and then a friend of mine in high school, John Schneeman, was talking about this guy Mahler, and his music was decadent. So I thought, well, I have to listen to this. So I started getting Mahler symphonies, and it is fabulous music. It is music that helped me figure out how to live my life, which is something music does for me. And I tell people that the music of Mahler taught me how to die. I mean, I'm ready to die, because I know what death is like because of Mahler's 9th and 10th symphonies and his Das Lied von der Erde, the Song of the Earth. And music is really deep in my core, enriched my life, and it was really fun to teach it to students. And most of them did get it, although the best teaching story I've got in my career here at Southern Poly, it was due to a chemistry professor. It was about an hour after I'd finished teaching music appreciation class, and Lee Tucker, who was an old chemistry professor, called me up and said, "Mark, what did you do in class today?" And I said, well, it was a music appreciation class. We're doing opera. And he said, because Miss Roberts walked into my chemistry lab in tears. And I asked her what was wrong. And she said, we listened to opera in Dr. Stevens' class today, and I didn't even think I was going to like it. And I thought, yes! Because that's what I wanted. I want your soul. When I teach you, I want your soul.
When I asked the faculty what would be the one thing that they would tell me about Dr. Stevens, the number one reply was his service to students. Some even called him the go-to guy. He is willing to help in any way possible. Dr. Hames Corn put it this way: he is known as the service guy in our department. In his time here, he has served the university and the students in so many ways. Well, here's one way that he has served the students, and that's by coaching the speech team. And this year, they took second place. Here's a little bit about the speech team in his own words.
So much for me. When under Dick Han and Jack Haley, two speech professors we had here, they wanted to start a speech team. Some of the events in our competitions have to do with literature, where you memorize parts of a short story and do it dramatically, or memorize a series of poems. So I thought, yes, because I got such a great experience out of that I wanted to have students here have that kind of experience. I never got any comp time for it or anything, but spent a lot of weekends in tournaments and time with students. But it's been a great experience. I've really enjoyed doing that for students because it gave me so much and gave me confidence and communication skills, and I wanted to see our students have those too.
So did y'all win a...
Well, we faked won second place. There were 3 teams, and we got second.
Some of the faculty at SPSU wanted to have an opportunity to say a few words about Dr. Stevens. Here's just a few excerpts from their writings. Dr. Laura Daw says, "I can honestly say that Dr. Mark Stevens is one of SPSU's best faculty members. His institutional knowledge and enthusiasm for SPSU are both inspiring. His decades of service to SPSU make him one of our most outstanding professors." Dr. Harper wrote, "Our department nominated Mark for award as Distinguished Faculty, and this he received from the university twice in recognition of teaching excellence. More impressive, Dr. Stevens was twice named Faculty Member of the Year, an award by the SPSU Student Government Association. This award requires nominations by students and concentrated student support. Mark was a Governor's Teaching Fellow, a competitive selection for the best of the best teachers statewide in Georgia. In my instructional design course, I ask students to name the best teacher they've ever had. Mark's name often comes up. Dr. Haynes Corn had this to say: "I have worked with Mark for many years and appreciate his can-do attitude and his little black book of appointments. He was the last of us to get a cell phone. He's always full of energy and ready to go. He used to do his morning 5-mile run before most people were even up in the morning. He has enlightened students over the years through his Brit Lit, composition, and grammar classes, and although many of the students have struggled and grumbled through his grammar classes, they always comment on the way he makes it fun. Word has it that he even has a potentially viral dance for that class alone, which is the talk of legends. And for your viewing pleasure, here's the Grammar Girl."
Grammar Girl here. Today's topic is who versus whom. I've received 3 requests from listeners to cover this topic. Here's Noreen.
I'm just wondering if possibly on one of your episodes you could go through the use of who versus whom. I think that's
So I think what I'd like to say to my colleagues and the students and the administration of Southern Polytechnic State University is, oh, how happy you have made me. Oh, how happy you have made me.